young rookie quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass. So he didn't.
Now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on feet. Is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all lines.
They'll run for it with Lynch. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped, there wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted.
We'll take that. The all-pro cornerback.
So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, a confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that.
That's complete to McBride. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The numbers from McBride a week ago. 7 catches, 64 yards. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. And the 49ers are going to have it here just past the 25. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen? This should be a big game.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard long. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9. So number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. They begin on the ground here with Conner. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
What I understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
And because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try and run for it with Conner. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like, and we'll be back in a moment. first and 10. Here's Murray. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 33 yards that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Being wrong. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space.
From the gun on third down, Murray. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. As they've got it with fourth down and 1. They're going to run this with a tight end. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. I love those plays. 4th and 1, that's who. They'll run here with Connor. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the wall.
This offense has a lot of weapons, but you know they like to look Connor's way down here near the end zone. He's got that rugged running style, and that's a nice job there to hold it to a short pickup.
Touchdown! Trey McBride, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have moved out in front. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down. They'll find a crease anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey with his 4th rushing zone offense now as they get set to take over. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
Shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January.
Murray going to try to throw on third down. Got a man. It's McBride complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I got kicked out of that one part in situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get meat.
Credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Able to get this one to McBride. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. 1:57 coming up at halftime. I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Finds his running back, James Conner. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often.
I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well. Get him one, and they certainly want to keep him up the scoreboard here.
Murray to air it out again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside.
Make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Touchdown, Cardinals! A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they had a little bit more success on the ground than their opponents did, and that should set them up well for the second half to come. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Murray going to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
Now they completed a couple too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now Murray off play action. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right.
1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Murray a give. This is counter. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and
about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Once again, it's Connor, and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner, a touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run block.
First possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush.
Taken right on the 30. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray, he finds his man, complete. It's McBride. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now, got his man complete over the middle. That's Carr. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful?
Scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them.
Murray now on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their off mode. Really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's complete to McBride. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need. Murray flips this forward on a jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise.
To pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get
to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed. And at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that is the break. And you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And his kick is indeed good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, with that field goal aside, still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He's been bit. Here's Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space, and he'll get it out to midfield. Yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to.
Here's Murray from midfield. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown.
Wow, now that's an awesome touchdown. At 98 speed.
Cardinals extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he is
more. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I've thought late game, down on the scoreboard.
1 out. And this offense on 3rd down today, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's
as expected. They're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this one is
Oh my goodness, I should have had that. Dang.
The Cardinals will now take over with excellent.
Had any chance of winning this game.
They run behind center with Connor. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to get this down near the 25. To throw, it's Murray. That pass complete to Moore. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, normally you might say start running the
wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Just not a whole lot of room.
A really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. With his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cards are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. And you wonder now if he might be able to.
Very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he? 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, the
team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Expecting an onside kick. 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams.
Going to run with Madison again. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh?